out to him. This is the
No.
shit pitch whisperer day, guys. Let's get to the money.
Let's get to the
Money.
Let's get to the
Money. Let's get to the motherfucking money.
Fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies. FTB screaming fuck the bookies, 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 fuck the bookies. FTB screaming fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies. Middle finger in the air screaming fuck the bookies. Woke up in the morning, grab my little black book. Yesterday can eat a dick, cause we lost by the hook. Can't win them all, so you never see me get shook. Today's a new day, the bookmaker's getting cooked. When I spot a dirty K, the 4 units getting played. Always find the value, I will never be afraid. Scary money don't win, but I'm not going all in unless I see a bet I love, then I put my balls on a bookie's chin. Let it all soak in, doubling my bread, winning money with my friends. If you got the itch and you wanna go big, follow Sharpie bets and you gon' really fucking win. This is not financial advice, it's entertainment. But if I find the right price, believe I'm parlaying it. You can see my spreadsheet, I'm winning, not just saying it. Profit in the green every week, I'm never negative. I can bet an ace or a shitty old picture. Pick the right spots cause I'm the K-pop whisperer. Shut up when I speak until you finally get the picture. I'm the best in the world, tell me you getting richer. Fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies. FTB screaming fuck the bookies, 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 fuck the bookies. FTB screaming fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies. Middle finger in the air screaming fuck the bookies.
Let's get to the motherfucking monies. Yeah, this is the way I like to start the show. Welcome to the Balking Dead. I'm your host, Sharpie's Bets, and this show is sponsored by Prize Picks. If you haven't already, go on over there, use that promo code PUBSPORTS. Why? Your first deposit up to $100, minimum of $25, they will match deposit it. So do us a favor, do you a favor, and go use that promo code. Shout out to Cheshire Cat for just making me laugh and almost spit up my coffee. I don't know about that, my guy. I'm sure Nasty Nate will come on and say something to you to that. But teabagging is definitely allowed on this show. Just I don't know if it's allowed to be done to that person. So definitely thanks for the laugh. And let's get to the monies, guys. Shout out to you all for coming in. Starting the show with 20-something in here waiting. How come we didn't have 20-something fucking likes? That's the fucking question, huh? Smash the like if you haven't. That's all I fucking ask. And let's keep this train rolling, guys. Let's keep fucking these bookies, and let's keep withdrawing. Because it's been a really good month, guys. I'm hitting at over 78% this month. And withdrawing has been beautiful. So let's get into these 6K props we are here to talk about today. And the first one on the board is Brandon Woodruff at the Reds. Prize Picks has him at a 7.5. Fantasy score 43.5. And this morning it was 8 plus minus 120. And right before the show, it is now a 7 plus minus 132. So it's dropped a whole motherfucking number. And when I capped it at the 8, he's averaging 7.3 Ks per 9 over his last 8 games. And when you zoom it back, it's 5 wins, 5 losses to the number 8 plus. So cool. 50% win rate, minus 120 should be plus money. Cool, I get that. Line was fine. Then we get into his home road splits. 12.2K per 9 compared to a 9.5K per 9 on the road. He is on the road here. Right-handers do strike out at a 9.8 compared to a 12.1 from the left-handed side. And they are projected 7 right-handed, 2 left-handed bats. Number 44 in the book, Brandon Woodruff. Line is right, except now it dropped. So, whoa, what the fuck is going on? Maybe they're seeing what I seen and someone came in heavy with the bet. And now they need them some over money. But let's talk about it. This is the third time now seeing the Reds, including 11 days ago. 11 days ago, he went in there and went 6 innings, 2 earned runs, 11 strikeouts. He also played them on a back-to-back earlier this year, May 3rd and May 9th. He also went in there the first time, 5.2 innings, 3 earned runs with 12 strikeouts. The very next game, 4.1 innings, 5 earned runs with 6 strikeouts. Now, what I'm getting at there, guys, is he has played 3 games this year, a back-to-back, or seen a team within a 12-day period. Me, it's a 15-day period, but right now he's now seeing a team on an 11-day period. So when I dig through the book and see how he's done, he's regressed 2 out of the 3 times. He went from 9 strikeouts to 6 strikeouts in one game. He went from 12 strikeouts to 6 strikeouts in the next game. And he went from 8 strikeouts to 9 strikeouts in one of those games. Now, granted, this is now all these games are in the division. 2 of those teams were versus Pittsburgh, and now this will be the second time versus Cincinnati. And the first time he faced them, it went from 12 to 6. And granted, it wasn't a straight 5-day back-to-back, but this is an 11-day period, and I don't like to run people on back-to-backs, and I don't like to run them within a 15-day period unless you can show me otherwise, unless you can show me you dominate them. So in the numbers, it says no. In the math, it says no. So this is strictly an easy pass for me at the end of the day. If he was at home, maybe I think about it because he does average 3 strikeouts more per 9 at home than he does on the road. But too much things, too many right-handed bats, not being at home, and the fact of seeing the team for the second time within a 15-day period will keep me off. And that's what I'm going to guess is why people hit it to the under. But I'm not an under better. I'm an over better. Shout out to you all, though. I see you guys in the chat. Viper, my motherfucking guy, Rocco Rogers, LJ from Houston, first one fucking in here. And yeah, the whole crew up in here. Noli knows. Noli may know something. And we're going to talk about the game at the end that he may know something about because I enjoy talking Dodger baseball with my Dodger guys. So let's get into the other side of this Brandon Woodruff matchup, and that's Hunter Green versus the Brewers. 8+ minus 114 this morning is now 8+ at a plus 114. Prize Picks has him at a 7+. That's a minus 257 for 7+. And his fantasy score is at a 31.5. This is his second game off the IL, so there is no what's your splits. What's your averages over the last 8 games? And when we drop it back to the number 8+, he's only 3 wins, 7 losses over his last 8 games to that number 10. So, to that number 8+. So, a little iffy right there. So, let's talk about his home road splits. Averages 9.7 K per 9 at home. He's at home in this spot where almost a 13 K per 9 on the road. Lefties, he dominates at a 13 K per 9. And righties is a cool 10.3 K per 9, and they're projected a right-handed dominant lineup with 6 right-handed, 3 left-handed bats. And it's not just the fact that righties don't strike out as much versus him. Righties actually hit him harder at a 250 average compared to a 217 average. Now, pitching at home has not helped this guy. It is one of the worst ballparks in all of baseballs to pitch in, and he has a 5.40 ERA at home and a 4.6 on the road. 4.6 may sound bad, but at the end of the day, that's 3 runs in 6 innings is a 4.5. So I'm not even shady yet looking at that 4.6. That's probably what he would average all year long if he didn't pitch in Cincinnati. But yeah, let's talk about number 12 in the black book. He came off the IL last week and went ape shit. Nuts on the table versus the St. Louis Cardinals. Like, yacht. 11 strikeouts versus the Cardinals. Woo! On 81 pitches. Woo! Okay. That still doesn't fucking understand why you put his strikeouts at an 8. Like, why? That's a 30% win rate over his last 10 games. He's played this team now. This will be the 4th time. He's never had 8 strikeouts in any of the games, 7, 6, and 7. One of them was a back-to-back where he got his ass handed to him the first game, and then he bounced right back with only 2 earned runs in 5 innings. But his strikeouts did go down 1. Now, the strikeout number is said play it every fucking time if you would have played just the strikeout number. If you look at just the strikeout percentage, they are 24% or higher every time this man has seen them this year. This is actually the highest walk rate he's going to see him at a 9.8 walk percentage, where the next closest was at a 9.3. So everything in the numbers tells me just I don't get it. I just don't get why they bumped it up to 8. I think they bumped him up 1 higher than what it should be. And the fact that he's only hit it at a 30% rate, and the fact that he only threw 81 pitches last time out, do I know they're going to let him go to 100 pitches this time? No, I don't know what the fuck they're doing in Cincinnati. They've already given up on the season. They're more about keeping their guys protected and not hurt and finishing the season with Hunter Green. So I don't know if they're going to just let him go or going to cap him around that 80. And I think that 8's just too high, even if he was on a full pitch count. Now, is he a beast? Can he get it? Yes, he is a goddamn beast. I get it. But at the end of the day, the math says no. The numbers say it can happen, but I'm not betting cans. I'm not betting ifs. If it was a 5th, we'd all be drunk. If my aunt had balls, she'd be my uncle. At the end of the day, ifs don't pay the bills, and I'm trying to pay the fucking bills. So shout out to the damn chat. We be rocking. And smash the fucking like if you haven't. 60 fucking live, 32 likes. All I ask for is a like. Y'all here for some information, some winning bets, some real good information at that. And I can't even fucking get a like. Why do I gotta ask for a like? Sometimes I feel like just canceling the show because I gotta ask for a goddamn like. It's like, ugh, really, guys? Ugh. But I'm gonna keep doing me. I'm gonna keep cashing tickets, and I'm a bitch when I need to bitch because I love this show. Earmuffs are needed. They let me be me. And yeah, Sharpie's fucking bets. Sharpie 316. It's a lifestyle, not a hobby. And let's talk about the next guy on the list, guys. Justin Verlander. Verlander at the Orioles. 6+ on Prize Picks is at a minus 233. It opened this morning 6+ at a minus 141. And his 7+ was a minus 106. Has now gone to even money. Fantasy score is at a 40.5. This is his first game off the IL as well, and he's 6 wins, 4 losses to the number 6+ at that minus 140 where it was at this morning over his last 10 games. So let's get into his home road K per 9 splits. He strikes out damn near 11 per 9 at home compared to 8 on the road, but his ERA is dead ass the same, 1.78 ERA, home or road. This guy has been a beast. It's just the strikeouts have just falling off of a fucking cliff when he's on the road at times. Lefties, he's always dominated at a 10.1 K per 9, and the right-handed side, it's at an 8.8. And they are projected 5 right-handed, 4 left-handed bats. Now let's get into number 15 in the book. Second game off the IL after destroying the A's last week. 5 innings, 9 strikeouts on 79 pitches. So unlike the last guy we talked about, we could pretty much book it, Dano. Book Verlander for going his full amount today, guys. He went 80 last time. He's good to go. Dusty Baker will let him go as long as he's ready to go and as long as he's willing to go. So there is no cap on Justin Verlander today. If you're liking you some Verlander, you can expect a full fucking workload from this man. And let's get into it. This is now the second time seeing these Orioles where he just seen them the game he went to the IL on August 28th. He, in 3 innings, 0 earned runs, had 6 strikeouts. Good fucking God almighty. So it's a smash spot, right? Got to play him right. He was at home there. And let's get in a little more into it, guys, at the end of the day. I track every guy in my book, and that's why we talk about a lot of guys in my books because I don't bet other guys not in my books. I know a lot of people are looking at Kirby or ask me questions about Kirby, and I really don't know. I don't bet on guys that I don't bet on. And I know you're like, oh, but you're losing. No, I'm not losing money. The more bets you put out there, the more chances you have at losing at the end of the day. I don't think volume betting is great. And that's just my opinion. My thing is lock in, load up, and jizz on their face when you're done. So, I'm a jizzer, so I just want to keep winning. So let's get into it, though, at the end of the day. I might have went a little too far, guys. My bad. But it is what it is. But everything, the first time he played him when he got hurt, guys, said it was a great spot other than the lineup. What I mean by that is they also had 5 right-handed, 4 left-handed. And like I said earlier when I was breaking it down, he does strike out lefties 1.5 more per 9 than he does righties. So that's definitely something you want to take in there when you're taking in your strikeout props. It's not just that. 204 is what the righties hit off Verlander. That is terrible as it is. Almost Mendoza line. Lefties hit a measly ass $163. So the more lefties in the lineup, he strikes them out, and you can project them to even go longer in the game because they just don't hit the guy, which is crazy for a right-handed pitcher to dominate the left-handed side. When we find guys like that, it's like, yes. Because mostly you will load up lefties versus a right-handed pitcher. But I already wrote down the lineup from 828. I'm going to write, and I'm waiting for the lineup to pop out today. But let's get into him and why and if and where I'm going to bet him. Last time he played them, guys, they were walking at a measly 7.5%. They were striking out at a 24.5%. Both of those numbers say, yeah, Verlander's going to dick them down. Then you get into how they were hitting. They weren't. 216, 652 with a mediocre 140 ISO. That's league average. 3 innings, 0 earned runs, 6 Ks. Pulled it 60 pitches in that game, like I said, because of a calf strain. Now, today, almost a month later, and they're now walking at an 11% clip. They're not striking out. It's a 20% clip with a 245, 716 OPS, and an ISO of 140. So all the numbers have gotten better, and the fact that he's on the road and the fact that they're projecting a bunch of right-handed bats is enough for me to say I'm fucking cool. Now, if they decided to load up 6 left-handed bats, 3 right-handed, that's when I would switch and change. But I have my rules. I set what I need, and if they don't give it to me, so be it. If he goes out there and cashes, I'm good. I'm happy, guys. I stress balls on the games that I have money on. Like, I don't think you guys realize it. I know my homie Trey. I know Tone. I know the guys who watch the games with me at times. They know I'm a crying pansy-ass little bitch when it comes to me watching a game and watching my guy get 2 strikes and then not put somebody out, guys. So, it's the worst thing in the world to me. And then Noli makes fun of me when it happens. Like, what? He got an out? He did what he's supposed to do? And then I just get even more mad. So, yeah. I have come to realize the less action, the best, because how much I do stress and I don't enjoy watching the games that I bet on where it's got to say smash spot for me to play it. And I put rules up there for it to be a smash spot. Now, can I be wrong at times? Can Tristan McKenzie go out there and get 14 motherfucking strikeouts? Hell yeah, he can. Could McCullers go out and do what he did yesterday? Hell yeah, he can. But at the end of the day, I'm here to bet averages. And if I see something iffy, I just got to let it go. It's been really good to me. Now, what did we learn yesterday if you watched that McKenzie game? Because I live bet the under, and I barely got through with the under 11 on that game. When Lance Lynn gave up fucking 2 in the first, they popped up an 11. I'm like, oh, Lance Lynn's going to settle on in. Whoa, he the fuck did not settle on in. I guess he did. He ended up powering through 6 innings, giving up 6 runs, but I think only 3 were earned. So technically, that's a good solid start for how bad and how terrible he was yesterday. But we're not here to talk about that. We are here to talk about Verlander. And all the numbers right here are enough to tell me, like, nah, this ain't the same team he dubbed up on fucking the 28th. And if they do even put 5 righties out there, even 4 righties out there with these type of numbers would keep me off of it. I would need 6 left-handed bats to feel comfortable that he cashes real easy, guys. At the end of the day, I'm trying to cash easy. I'm not trying to do shit like last night where Robbie Ray cashes it on the very last motherfucking pitch of his outing. Those I don't like. I just want to cash early. Like, come on, boss. Get your job done. But we got 3 other guys to talk about, and we got a fucking trap. And we've seen this trap before, and we've talked about it before. So, yeah. Let's talk about it. Shane Bieber at the White Sox. This morning, 6+ at a -139. Now a 6+ is at a -231. But if you go onto the legal books, you still get that 6+, guys. 7+ was at a +106, and it's now at a +110. So you're telling me his 6+ went up to -231, but his 7+ went up plus money? When I talk about another guy later on that the line moved up, his plus money flew up to juice. So this doesn't add up right here, guys, other than somebody on this book hammered this fucking 6. Okay, buddy. Okay. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to wish you best of fucking luck. Let's get into Justin Bieber. He's Shane Bieber, but today he's Justin Bieber because he's going to go shit the fucking bed. I don't know how. I don't know why. It's just not fucking right. And the books don't give you free money. And the last time they tried to give you free money with fucking Shane Bieber, he Justin Bieber'd you guys, and he fucking pulled his mask down like he was Scooby-Doo, and he said, "Ha, bitches! You bet the wrong Bieber! Ha, ha!" And that's what you might get tonight, guys. Let's talk about it. Over his last 8 games, he's averaging 7.3 strikeouts a game. Let me say that again. Over his last 8 games, he's averaging 7.3 strikeouts a game. And they're going to put a 6+ out there where he's 9 wins, 1 losses over his last 10 games to that number. Y'all put that at a -139? Man. I would say that's my ex in the room, bro, but I know she ain't in the house right now, so I know this sounds like some fishy-ass fish shit if I've ever seen it. This man averages 8.7 strikeouts per night at home, 9.4 on the road. He's on the road here where he averages more strikeouts. Lefties, fucking, you know it. You give me lefties, I fuck you in the eye hole with old Bieber, man. But not in a spot like this. Even if you loaded up 10 lefties, I would just, and there's only 9 batting spots. I know, I'm not fucking stupid. Even if you loaded up 10 fucking spots of lefties, I would still have to just let it go. I'd be like, this game is so fucking rigged. I just have to run from it, dude. At the end of the day, I don't get it. And if I don't get it, I let it go. Right-handeds, he only strikes out at an 8.4 K per nine. And they are projected 7 right-handed bats, 2 left-handed bats. Now, I may have ADD and I may have some problems, but I like writing shit down. And this is strictly just today's shit on the 3 guys I'm talking about right now. And the one lineup, guys, that I fucking wrote down for the ones who could look is this Bieber lineup, because the last time Bieber faced this team was the last time we seen a trap on Bieber. And they put a 5.5 out there last time, and he had 4 strikeouts on 820 versus these White Sox. 6.1 innings, 1 earned runs with 4 Ks. And they put it at a 5.5 when he was averaging 6.5 that time. I write every fucking thing down, guys, in my book. I write the numbers. I bet people. I write the numbers that were traps. Even if I was wrong or right, I still want the number to go back and reference off of to know what they were getting. And this just ain't adding up, guys. If it ain't adding up, I can't bet it. So let's talk about number 18 in the book. Goddamn average is 7.3 K per 9 over his last 8, and we're going to get a 6+. Like I said, he's hitting that at a 90% win rate over his last 10. And the last time that he played this team, August 20th, was the last time we seen a trap out there. And they had 6 right-handed, 3 left-handed bats. I went down and wrote down that whole lineup to figure out why, what happened, why didn't he get his K-prop, what did they know? And the fact that they're even projecting 7 right-handed, and the fact that they're putting that 5.5 out there again is like, oh, fuck me, man. Oh, man. This is now going to be the 4th time seeing this team. He's seen them on pretty much a back-to-back, a 12-day period, guys, 7/12 to 7/24 in between the All-Star breaks. And the numbers said no. And he went out there 9 innings, 7 Ks, 6 innings, 6 Ks. Beast. That's why when I was like, oh, I would have probably ran him 820, even though the numbers said no, because of what he did to them before, other than the line was way off. And I was like, nah, this shit's fish, 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 fish. I can't do it. Even if it does hit, I can't do it, guys. At the end of the day, I've been noticing it not hitting at a 70% clip. I am cool on guessing when a guy that they're putting out as a goddamn trap is going to hit, because Castillo didn't hit, McCullers did hit. This guy does hit, this guy doesn't hit. I'm not here to roll the fucking dice and play ifs, that, or this. I am here to bet averages on K-props. They don't want to give me an average? I'm going to tell them to fucking suck a donkey dick if I can't figure it out. And I'm about 40 minutes from TJ, so I could definitely get a donkey here, motherfuckers. So let's get into, Bieber, guys. It's a straight pass. I don't give a damn if he hits it or not. It's just not for me. I'm here to bet people's averages, not understand why they are trying to bait me, especially after a day that McKenzie went and murdered it last night, guys. It's hard to run a K-prop for me after a guy just killed him the day before, guys like that. And he went out there and killed them. If you didn't know, you should know. Go check out that box score for McKenzie last night. He was putting down White Sox like it was the thing to do. Now let's get into the last game of the night. And we've got 2 pitchers to talk about. And oh, motherfucking boy. Oh, boy. It's the best game on the board. 2 best pitchers in the league since the All-Star break. Yeah, I just said that. 2 best pitchers in the league since the All-Star break. Zach Gallen, Julio Urias. And what I mean by that, 1.15 ERA for Gallen since the All-Star break and a 1.3 for Urias. What the fuck, guys? I'm saying ones right now. I didn't stutter. 1.15 and a 1.3 ERA in their last 10 fucking games. Holy motherfucking of God, have these guys been bet the fuck on. And let's talk about D-backs at the Dodgers. And no way in hell should Julio Urias be a minus 220 favorite when the pitcher on the other side has been just as fucking good? 180, 160, okay. Minus 220, nah, that line's fucking off. Now, that's coming from a Dodger fan. So let's get into it. Zach Gallen opened up this morning 6 plus minus 143. And what did he do today? 6 plus minus 137. So there's been about 5 cents to the under. And he's at 6 on Prize Picks. So that's just a push. I wouldn't look at that on Prize Picks. What I would want is this man's fantasy score at 30.5. That is way too fucking low. Nah, we'll talk about it. And I know the Dodgers are the Dodgers, and I know the Dodgers are crushing and blah, 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 blah. Good pitching beats good hitting. And let's talk about this guy's splits. He's averaging 7.6 K per 9. 7.5, and they're going to give us a 6. That's something else we'll talk about. Where he's hit at a 70% win rate over his last 10. Okay. Home road, he averages 9.5 K per 9 on the road compared to just 9 per 9 at home. He is on the road here. And lefties, righties, pretty much the same. 9.1 from the left-handed side and a 9.3 K per 9 from the right-handed side. And lefties ain't hitting this guy. Lefties are not hitting him for a lick. 148 batting average compared to a 222. 22! And today, September 22. A lot of things saying in the numbers that Zach Gallen's going to go out there and fucking deal today, guys. They are projected 5 right-handed, 4 left-handed. And the more left-handed, the better, guys, because that means you can project them to be out there longer. Now, let's talk about it. Number 43 in the black book. He's averaging 7.6 K per 9 over his last 8, and he gets a 6 plus. Where like I said a second ago, he's averaging that 70% over his last 10. Well, they've done this with Gallen over the last fucking 8 weeks, and he's blown through it. And once again, I've seen it done with the Dodgers where they drop it a strikeout or a strikeout and a half. So this is 2 times where I've seen this in 2 different ways that they have fucked with this man or a person's versus the Dodgers. So I get the line drop. It's still hard for me to bet it because what if I'm wrong? But because I can be. I'm just trying to figure out why is this line 1.5 strikeouts less than what it is. And that's going to go on my opinion right there. So that's why I had to go off of. And then, like I said, reading his pre and post All-Star, he was a beast pre-All-Star. 3.56 ERA with an 8.6 K per 9. He's goddamn the best pitcher in baseball right now with a 1.15 ERA and a 9.9 K per 9. So he's dropped his ERA by 2.5 and his K per 9 by a 1.3. I preached this at the beginning of the year numerous of times. He is a future Cy Young Award winner, Zach Gallen. Now, I wanted to pull the trigger here, guys. This is the second time facing this team. He faced them back on 4/27 when this team was walking at a 13.5% clip. Absurd. They weren't striking out 20.3, and they were yapping 261, 822 with a 198 ISO. And this man went out there 6 innings, 0 earned runs, 5 strikeouts. Pre-All-Star. And what does this man post All-Star? He gets a team who's still yapping. The average has dropped down to a 236. The OPS has came down 50 points to a 786. But that ISO has jumped to a 231. But the strikeout number has gone up to that 24%, and that walk percent has dropped from that 13.6 down to a 9.3. 9.3 still respectable. 13.6 is just golly. Let's talk about Zach Gallen, my guy. So at the end of the day, I'm going to have to pass right now. I don't get the drop on the 1.5. It's the heaviest lean I have on the board today to the over. This man right here has been elite. He gets a team that's by the numbers have dropped off some once he's seen them the last time. Granted, it was months ago, but this man is even better than he was when he seen him last time. So everything tells me Zach Gallen should go out there and deal. I just can't bet shoulds on the K props. What I do have in this game is I bought the hook up to the 7.5, and I bet the under minus 7.5, minus 150. That is the only bet I actually have in baseball right now until some lineups come out and I decide if I wanted to pull the trigger. I thought I wanted to pull Gallen down to 5 to be safe and hit it to the under, but they're on my ass. His 6 is a minus 137. His 5 is a minus 400. So there was no value in doing that. So I took the 7.5 right here in this game, and I bet the under. And I've got the two best pitchers in baseball with a 1.2 ERA combined since the All-Star break. I just need one to be on to get there. If both are on, like I think both will be on, it's an easy dead nuts fucking under, guys. And I'm trying to bet easy bets right now. And if it doesn't load up and everything doesn't say slam it, I can't. And this is the closest bet that does say slam it, but I don't justly understand why they dropped it. 1.6 strikeouts, and there is super volatility when you're going up versus these numbers with the Dodgers. I just got to think good pitching beats good hitting, but I can't bet thinks. If it was a fifth, we'd all be drunk. If my aunt had balls, she'd be my uncle. Once again, it's 2022. I know some people are down with that. Sharpie's bets ain't. Let's talk about Julio Urias and his number as well. And he was another lean that I wanted to pull the trigger on. But at the end of the day, I have to respect these Diamondbacks and what Dave Roberts has done to me in the past. And he's fucked me in the eye hole. And the numbers have got to say scream for me to play. And there's like a few in there that are screaming at me, guys. They're pulling at me. But let's talk about Julio Urias. 6+ minus 150 is now at a 6+ minus 164. That's where Prize Picks has him is at a 6, and his fantasy score is at a 39.5. I would also look towards his fantasy score too, but I also think that may be a little too high. He needs the win, in my opinion, to hit that 40 fantasy points because, yeah, this is going to be a dual-pitched game. I get it. There's the volatility on one side and a team who's not hitting lefties on the other. And let's talk about a lefty who's on. Julio? Yeah, he's on. And, 6+ at a minus 150. He's averaging 6.1 strikeouts per 9 over his last 8 games. Now, is there a problem there? We'll talk about that when we get to that. 8.3 K per 9 at home compared to an 8.9 out on the road. He is at home here, and he strikes out lefties at a 9.2 K per 9 compared to righties at an 8.6. Projected lineup is 7 right-handed, 2 left-handed bats. Neither ones are hitting this man this year. A $1.99 from the right-handed side and a $1.90 from the left-handed side. He has been that dude. Let's talk about 41 in the black book. Mr. Motherfucking Dude himself. But, 6+ matches up with the line to me, guys. Nothing fishy, even though he is averaging 6.1 over his last 8 games. Zoom it back. He's 6 wins, 4 losses to that number. And the minus 150 is the implied probability of him hitting that over the time. So this line makes sense to me. Nothing fishy there. Math says no. Numbers say 70% yes. Second time seeing these D-backs. But they are just one of those teams that can destroy a K-prop. You can go 6-7 innings and end up not striking out these dudes. Or you can have a fucking game where you end up getting 9 or 10 in that 5 innings, guys. So there's 2 different ways of attacking these D-backs. And I just had to attack it in the totals, guys. This is the second time seeing them. April 27th, they faced each other, both of these guys. And they were walking 8.3% back then, striking out at a 21.7 strikeout percent. That's the same exact strikeout percent that he's seen back on April 27th. The walk percent, 3.5. Holy fucking trash. They were at an 8.3, like I said earlier. They weren't hitting then. They're not hitting now. 163 with a 504. 176 with a 501. He went 6 innings, 1 earned run with 4 strikeouts. Now, should the strikeouts be there? Yes. At a team walking at that 3.3% or 3.5%, that's just garbage, guys. That and the number alone would make me want to just pound this guy in the eye hole. And if you were looking at Julio, I get it. I lean to the over. And I would take him down to the 5, and I would hit it to the under. And I would get my money that way because he should have 5. The 6 should be there as well. But we've seen this before, guys, with Clayton Kershaw and others. They'll go that 7 innings and only get 5. So this is a day where they need Julio to go long. He should be out there long enough. Dustin May got his butt cheeks handed to him, and they had to go to that bullpen early. And there was also a doubleheader, guys. So definitely need a big day from your stud today in a spot that says you should go out and deal. This team's not fucking hitting. Granted, the strikeout numbers aren't that bad, but the fact that they're only walking 3.5% could mean detriment to these guys. That is more to me than a strikeout number. So Julio Urias is a heavy lean as well. just haven't pulled the trigger myself. I know, Sharpie, this is a fucking show. You're supposed to give us bets. I give you my breakdowns, and if I don't bet, I just got to be real. I'm not here to give you picks. I'm here to give you what I bet. I don't have a fucking K-prop bet today, guys, at the end of the day. If I do, I will tweet it out. If I don't, I'll get them right back tomorrow. I'm not in a rush, guys. I'm trying to pay myself and trying to pay my bills. I'm not trying to gamble here, guys. So shout out to you all for tuning in. Shout out to you all who are on K-props. It doesn't mean I don't hate it. I hope I gave you information that helped you and that kept you either on or off a spot. Now let's talk about a poker tournament real quick, guys, because I know a lot of people in here played poker as well. And yeah, Pub Sports got a new thing going on. And as soon as Big Show pops it up for me, I'll read it out a little bit. I thought he'd already pull it up, but I gotta wait now. Ha! There we go. Pub Sports Poker Free Roll Tournament, guys. Go use the promo code Pub Sports. Password, same thing, guys. It's a $500 free roll right now, pretty much. That means 10 tickets to the $300,000 tournament. Free sign up right now for the tournament, and you get a $25 bonus, a bounty, $25 bounty. So it's a free roll, guys, just by signing up using the Pub Sports. And it's like the World Series of Poker tournament type shit. It's a $109 ticket that they're giving out 10 tickets to the top 10 people that will get you a free roll into the $300,000 tournament. So just for signing up using a promo code, you get a free ticket to get a chance into the big ticket, guys. We're not asking for money. We're not asking for shit. Go over there, use that free fucking promo code, and get you a free entry into the September 28th fucking poker tournament. And yeah, shout out to Pub Sports for even getting us some free shit, guys, because Sharpie likes the free. You say free? Shout out to you all. Smash the fucking like on the way out. I appreciate every one of you. Until next time, do me a favor and go on over and check out my 4-minute video on the NFL football game tonight. I crammed in 4 props. I broke them down. Just listen to the breakdown. Tail, fade, just go get fucking paid. I also put my 2 props that I bet on the books in the chat over there. So do me a favor if you haven't. Smash the like over on that. Hit the share as well. We need more people looking at Sharpie's bets. Why? Because I print fucking money and I don't ask for a goddamn cent back. Until next time, I'm Sharpie's Bets, and we're going to keep fucking these bookies in the eye hole.